What's up? What's Dev? You are muted, my friend. You're muted, Dev. Dev, you're muted.
Dev, you're muted.
Oh, this ancient skies. I've had those wondering eyes, but you took me by surprise
when you let me inside of you.
Inside of you.
Inside of you.
There's got to be some part of me inside of you. I've crossed my heart and I know I crossed the
oldest.
You, I can hear you scream my name.
Oldest Snow.
Yeah.
Oldest Snow. And that's funny that we got that off.
I wouldn't call myself an African Space Crisis. What they call me. If they want to call me that, I don't stop. That's for them to say, not me.
See, this tattoo means this dude, they're all conflicting, which makes you full of shit. I didn't curse. First 5 seconds. Oh, man. What's up, everyone? Thank you for joining as I get all this stuff in the socials. Welcome back to another episode of Command This. It is August 15th. We're halfway through August. We are coming up to our second preseason game of the season.
Enjoy summer while it lasts because football season's coming.
Man, these kids are going back to school. You know what I'm saying? They're going back to school.
Yeah.
Got to get them out the house, man. Get them out the house. Get them back to school. Get them learning. But here we are. We appreciate everyone. This is episode 290 for us. I'm Steve, joined by my awesome co-host, Mr. Phil, Mr. Dev. I got the tropical shit going on tonight because we're going out to Miami. Bienvenidos a Miami. Party in the city where the heat is on. All night on the beach to the break of dawn. That's how Will Smith does it. So, yeah, man.
I'm going to Miami.
Welcome to Miami. We'll talk about the joint practices today that happened. A little bit of news out of Fort Lauderdale. Then we'll go through, look at some roster moves, and then we'll talk about the matchups coming up for this weekend and what we can expect and what we want to see, and that'll be a wrap. That's a fact, Jack. So just went from 6 to midnight, huh, Dev? Remember, what's his name? Jonah Hill says that when he starts singing Inside of You on a stage. He's like, oh, I just went from 6 to midnight. Because Jonah Hill was obsessed with him.
Yeah.
Here, man, I just want you to play my demo. I don't want you to say, oh, I remember him now. That guy was such an influence on me.
Is that how you think I talk?
Is that me, the terrible British accent? And now he's a major influence on me now. And now I feel terrible. That was when Jonah Hill was before he lost a ton of weight, though, man.
Yeah, that's funny, Jonah Hill. He's still funny.
Yeah, he's still funny.
Yeah, for sure.
He's still funny. Let's say hi to everyone in the chat. Says, yeah, hi guys, I'm here. Sort of. Won't be in the chat. Just going to crash listen to the show. Hope everyone is well. Football is right around the corner. Eagles and Patriots are playing tonight. Saw some little bit of Drake May action, which was fun to check in on. And
talk about shit I don't care about.
Yeah. I mean, it's football. Kenny Pickett's still not that good.
What are they playing on?
For me, it was on NFL Network. That's where I was watching it at.
Yeah, you don't need any more distractions after last week.
You're gonna bring up old shit, man. Why are you gonna bring up old shit? You want reparations when you treated unfairly in the past?
If you missed last week's show, Phil and I pulled off a really
something happened on last week's show.
Monday's show. Phil and I did a really good all 22 film review, and Dev joined us for the last 5 minutes. Even him and Shotguns were getting
turned it into 20.
Turned it into 20. But Phil
By the
Bullock,
way, I beat Shotguns 3 games since then.
What's up? Ride the lies.
Is that snitch payment right there, Dev?
Yes, snitch. Ben Harlow, you know what time it is, man. Season, you know what time it is.
Yeah. Hey, we're just happy that he's here, man. Let's give Dev a round of applause. He says we don't ever cheer him enough. Gotta celebrate the small things, man.
I did set an alarm, I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, Ben, we got the agenda coming up in just a second. We'll flash it on the screen. I like to bounce around the formats a little bit just so you guys can see. I would love to hear from you guys which format you like better. Do you like it when we flash the topics at the bottom right, or do you like when we have the whole topic so you can see all the topics in front of you? And just remember, these are guidelines. This isn't a strict script. It's just some stuff that we thought would be cool to talk about because clearly we know
if anyone thinks we're scripted,
the chat takes us wherever wherever we're going. Tia, our lucky winner of the Gus Farrat Mr. Headbutt card from Monday. Our lucky lotto winner, Tia. Thanks. What's up, fellas? Thank you very much. And what's up to everyone in chat? All right, let us get right into and down to business, ladies and gentlemen. There you go, Ben. That's the topic for the show. We're going to talk about these things today. And of course, whatever else comes up on the docket. So let's just kick right off, man. So if you haven't noticed already or don't know, the Commanders signed Martavis Bryant. If you know Martavis Bryant, he has been out of the league for a while. 6'4", 208 pounds. Hasn't played a game since 2018.
It doesn't feel like he's been out of the league that long.
It doesn't. That's the crazy part.
I saw that and I was like, oh, who did he play for last year? Wait,
Brown.
Yeah.
he's been out how long?
6 years.
Steelers.
He's been out for 6 years, and he had he made his money when he was with Ben Roethlisberger.
Well, like why is he out of the league though? What happened to him?
So he had some conduct issues.
Oh, I'm cool with that then. I thought
he's 32 years old. He was born in 1991.
What kind of conduct issues are we talking?
Man, I don't know. You gotta put me on the spot, Dad. That makes me look terrible. Just kidding.
If we like smoke crack in the locker room or something, I don't want that guy. But if he was, just
no,
people, not joking, which I'm joking, but.
He had depression, mental health issues. He was suspended indefinitely, multiple violations of the league recreational drug policy. So it was probably just weed.
Yeah, probably just weed.
Probably just weed, man.
Smoke weed every day.
Which if you know,
we will fuck up you coming to work. I mean, I'm telling you right now.
It's a gateway drug.
Weed will fuck with you. Yeah, it's a gateway. Next thing you know, you're playing Madden.
Boo this man. Oh, your couch. But if you remember, the league has kind of relaxed its policy on marijuana. I think the tests are more announced and they're more formal. I still don't know if you're authorized to do it. I don't. You don't hear
either
for weed anymore.
By the way, kids, if you're listening to this, don't do drugs, but don't do them because they feel so good and you guys are stupid enough to be hooked on them. That's why you shouldn't do them. But drugs feel awesome, bro.
Correct.
Yeah, just don't do them though. Whatever you do, they turn all your bad dreams into good dreams. You know what I'm saying? It makes sex better. You don't want none of this. Yeah, you don't want no parts of anything like that, man.
It's a gateway. Yes, I do. It's a
gateway to fun.
I mean, if Ryan's children are listening, no, you don't do any of that stuff, kids.
Yeah, don't let your parents see you do any of that stuff.
Terrible for you.
Yeah.
Show the right way. But Martavis Bryant is with the Commanders. What I really want to talk about, well, first let's just talk about his history here. We can flash his stats very quickly. So he played in Pittsburgh from 2014, 2015. He was suspended for 2016, came back 2017 and played 1 year in Oakland in 2018, and then he hasn't played again. So his rookie
Ocho Cinco T.O. then.
I mean, he's 31, but he's low mileage. That's the issue. He's very low mileage. He doesn't have a lot of wear and tear on his body, and he's 6'4", 208. I mean, here I was hyping up Bryson Tremaine like, oh, he's got a shot, but clearly there's other things at bay here. Let me close this out here. So these are his stats in 2014. 26 receptions, 549. And just remember, this is with Ben Roethlisberger, 8 touchdowns. 2015, he played 11 games, 92 targets, 50 receptions, 65 yards, 6 touchdowns, gone for 16. Came back in 2017, 50 catches, 603 yards, 3 touchdowns. And he went to Oakland. I'm guessing, was Jimmy G there in 2018? I don't know.
Hold on, was he in that wreck? Was in that car thing with old dude?
Henry Ruggs?
Yeah, was he?
No, that was like 2022 was Henry Ruggs. He was no.
Oh, okay.
But this is Martavis Bryant. Now, what the most important thing, what I wanted to talk about with Martavis Bryant, if you haven't paid attention to social media, there was a lot of Jahan Dotson speculation and hate going on this week.
Hey.
There was a lot, and it was kind of odd. Okay, and I'll even go so far as Dan Quinn made some comments, and I was questioning, why would he say that? He's saying that there's a battle for the number 2 wide receiver on this team, and I was like, there is. I thought Jahan, as the 16th overall pick in the draft, was the number 2, but he said no. The battle for number 2 wide receiver is upon us.
You know what I'm more. You know what I'm more like wondering though, like. What the more concerns me more about this than anything is that if Dots is playing so bad in practice or not regressing so much, where's McCarthy at? Why did you draft that guy in the 3rd round? Why is he not getting some of these reps?
You mean McCaffrey?
Yeah, McCaffrey. I'm sorry. Yeah.
He's been in the mix.
But if you're the 3rd,
but McCaffrey,
pick, why are you in the mix with niggas that's been on the street since 18?
Dev, I think McCaffrey has been playing with the second teamers. He has no experience. Remember, he's a converted quarterback turn receiver. So maybe he just needs a little bit of time.
But it irritates me that you would pick a guy that's a developmental pick. There were other receivers in the 3rd round.
Yeah,
I'm not going to put that on him because the season hasn't started. We don't know yet.
But some of those other dudes are having – Troy Franklin was one that people were hyping up. He's having a bad season with the Broncos. He can't get right. So, like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it's hit or miss. But here's Dan Quinn saying they're in the middle of a search for the wide receiver 2. A lot of players in the mix. He mentioned the good camp from Zacchaeus. And now you have Martavis Bryant back on. So that's what I'm saying, dude. It's like
Zacchaeus, but it sounds a lot. What's that dude that Ellie liked that used to play for his receiver? Had a couple good catches, but
the legend of Antonio Gandy Golden?
No. Inman.
Dontrell Inman.
Dontrell Inman. It gives Ozzie gives me Dontrell Inman vibes. Like, well, so what? You know what I'm saying? Like, if he's doing all right in camp, so the fuck what? What's that going to do for him?
But Dev, you're missing the point, though. The point is he's publicly said they don't have a wide receiver 2.
Yeah.
I would be remiss if I didn't think we all thought Dotson was a wide receiver 2. Right? 16th overall pick, 1st rounder. Why would he not be the wide receiver 2?
The real question is, why is he not wide receiver 1? You the fucking 1st round pick.
Yeah, well, clearly Terry has overplayed his draft status, and the argument goes back to putting this back on Jahan is a lot of people think he was overdrafted at 16, just like Forbes was overdrafted in the 1st round. No fault of their own, right? They're drafted where they're drafted, but with that sort of cap,
Forbes' tape was really well. Forbes' tape. And his accolades of getting all the interceptions, runbacks was enough to get him drafted in the 1st round. I'm not knocking the pick. I'm knocking that you had more established guys you could have picked that may have done it longer. But I mean, I'm not knocking. At the time, I thought the Forbes pick was good, man. At the time, and it still might be. Honestly, it's
too early. He's only in his 3rd year. We don't know.
2nd year.
No, are you talking about Dotson or?
They may be just. They may be just trying to, put a little battery in the kid's back.
Yeah, it could be, and it could be lighting the fire. Like remember when we didn't extend Daron Payne? You know what I mean? Those little things might be enough to light fires under people's butts. Quinn goes on to say Martavis has a really cool skill set. He's got size. He's got length. He had pause. I guess I should probably do the balls. Quinn took a chance on Brian after practicing against him last season, and then Martavis Bryant signed with the Cowboys practice squad in November last year and worked against Dan Quinn's defense. So there's the connection. There's nothing crazy. You want to see him? You know what? We'll just why not? We'll just show you what he looks like running some routes if that's what you want to see.
I do.
But Luke McCaffrey, it's not like he hadn't been getting. He's been getting a lot of plays, but they have packages for him. Like they're gonna have him do
kind of Taysom Hill type of situation.
Yeah, he's gonna. We gotta remember they had him taking handoffs, doing all the all the random shit that like a Deebo Samuel would do.
And they wouldn't show that obviously in preseason. I wouldn't think
they're only gonna show you so much, but it's been seen in practice. So I'm not worried about McCaffrey. Jahan,
I'm not worried about Jahan. I don't know, man. Like, it's sad to see. Like, I actually feel bad for him because I feel like he's got the talent, man. They were talking about maybe he has the yips. or whatever the football equivalent of that would be. You know what I'm saying? Just
Jahan?
yeah, like you just can't get right. Like you just
I mean, yeah, could be.
mundane
Yep,
things
is
are
the thing, man. Here's
Got that
Martavis. He's rocking
thing going on.
Yeah, rocking number 88. Some footage. Shout out to Scott Abraham. He's a big dude, man. Looks just like Cam Sims. I mean, looks just like Cam Sims.
He looks more muscular than Cam Sims.
Yeah, Cam Sims is a little skinny. And Dev, we're not putting him at safety for the record. But I mean, he looks fit. He looks lean. He doesn't look like he's out of well, it doesn't look. You never know. But clearly, this is. Remember, he worked out earlier in the summer too. So he worked out twice before they actually gave him a chance. But that wide receiver room is super crowded now. We were already talking about there is no room for any wide receivers. Like we don't know who's going to go where, and then they add another wide receiver.
It doesn't mean they're going to keep him either. We'll see.
Yeah, you wonder if he could be that
once.
Yeah, could he be that veteran guy that sticks on the practice squad? You get to keep one of those or two of those now.
He could.
I mean, best case scenario, best case scenario, however you want to say.
Yeah, he could be. Let's get some of these comments here. That's today's Zacchaeus winning reps. Yeah, he had a good first preseason game. He is winning reps. They're down in joint practices. Ben said, Phil, I was thinking the same thing. Different people need different motivations. That's right. Everyone responds. Like we talked about this, maybe 2 weeks ago, Phil? Some people respond to grabbing the face mask. Some people respond to a stern talking to. Some people respond to just backhandedly saying, yep, I need him to do better to someone. I mean, it's hit or miss. Phil Bullock says, go pick up Antonio Gibson. Hey, he's on the Patriots, man. He's up there with Drake May, so he is gone. He left us. I think he signed a 2-year deal. So he's out. Rivers Reese, what's up, Rivers? Said, do go get a top 10 receiver in Uke with Terry will be great.
Yeah, what happened to that deal with the Steelers getting it? That's disappeared.
It came back. It's on. It's came back. The latest I heard from Ian Rappaport as of yesterday afternoon was that everything is in place. Now Ayuk has to choose between the Steelers offer or the 49ers offer, and that's where it is. That's what Rappaport says. I don't know. Johnny Utah. I don't want to call you Johnny Utah, but what's up, Cody? Says good evening, gents. Appreciate you popping in, man. Really do. Greg Delaney says, I'm with Dev. It looks like they overdrafted Luke McCaffrey. I don't know, man.
He was drafted with a supplemental 3rd-round pick, basically a 4th-round pick. How's that overdrafting Luke McCaffrey?
If you overdrafted Luke, then you severely overdrafted Jahan. that's
Greg Delaney's next pick right there.
That's the truth.
But Luke McCaffrey, like I said, they're running special packages for him. So it's not like he's going to be playing like a typical receiver. They're going to have him in the backfield. They're going to have him in the slot. They're going to have him outside. They have packages to bring him into the game. They're going to use him like a Swiss Army knife. I'm perfectly fine with that. If he's not getting all these straight up first team reps, that's fine. If he's going to be a package player like that, we've had playing guys in the league like that. Your Darren Sproles, guys like that. Antonio Gibson was kind of a package player, but they tried to make him an every down back.
Yeah.
If you're going to have special packages for him, special packages for Eckler, I'm perfectly fine with him not getting, he's not getting the normal first team reps. He must suck balls. Our fan base is thinking too conventionally. And it's funny because they always got mad at our prior regime for thinking too conventionally.
Yeah.
I feel like they could have went and got Michael Thomas if they needed a receiver. I mean,
but we know Michael Thomas has health issues, though.
But
we know that.
Maybe you just need to push Dotson. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe Martavis is that guy to push him. But I think he was already being pushed with De'Ami Brown having a good.
De'Ami was playing slot, though.
De'Ami had one good catch, and y'all want to crown him every time.
I tried to tell you. I told you before that catch, by the way.
Every report says De'Ami Brown is having a fantastic offseason.
We've heard this before.
I don't think we have. I've never heard it. And every time we saw it on the field, what was he doing? He was dropping passes in the preseason. We at least we saw one play. But the argument
has not earned that kind of cushion with me.
The only person who's earned it is Terry. Honestly, everyone else can go kick rocks. They can all go kick rocks.
At least Jahan's made some plays in the regular season. He's dropped some balls, but he's made some great plays too.
Yeah.
Diami gets one a year so far. He needs to do better.
Yeah. I think his opportunity is also, I mean, if you probably look at targets, I don't know what his targets look like, but he had a 2-touchdown game with Carson versus the Titans. If you remember that game, we thought, oh, he's here, and disappeared after that. Disappeared, but so did Carson.
We had a lot of guys who looked really good with Carson, and then Carson went to shit.
Yeah. Ben Harlow says he could be the NFL comeback player of the decade. Is that an award? I mean, if you go back to 2018, that was his last game, and you bring I mean, he has a case for it. He's ready to work hard. We'll see what happens. I think they're pretty excited to have him back. I guess that's where we'll leave it. So he said he's truly blessed, talking to coaches, talking to teammates, getting familiar. It's his first day. Hopefully we'll see him Saturday, and we'll just leave it at that. Cliff Kingsbury is excited to have him on the field. Remember, we talked about this before. All the other receivers, Luke McCaffrey, 6'3", Bryson Tremaine, 6'4", everyone else below 6 feet. Maybe 6 feet on a good day, depending if you measure in cleats or not. So we don't have those big body guys, and maybe he could be that guy. But we don't know what Brian's going to offer. It's low risk, right? That's what it comes down to. It's a low risk, high reward thing. If he sucks, okay, thanks for coming. No harm, no foul. We'll see you later, and then you just move on. So that's literally that's what it comes back to at the end of the day. So, okay, let's talk about the other signing that happened today. Well, first and foremost, we got rid of Ramiz Ahmed. Ramiz Ahmed, we brought him in post Joey Sly, post Brandon McManus. We thought he might have been the answer, and it turns out he had a really bad camp, really bad offseason, and they let him go. So now it's down to Riley Patterson. On the All-22 film on Monday, we watched him doink a kick from 39 yards, Phil and I, and it wasn't pretty. So we'll see what happens. I don't know if they're going to do the kicker position, but Ramiz Ahmed is gone, just for all intents and purposes. The next person I want to talk about who we signed is quarterback Trace McSorley. Do you guys remember old Trace McSorley?
Who I ever as a Penn State guy.
Penn State guy. First off, Marcus doesn't mind the signing competition. Dre, what's up? Dre says, yo, my brethren, Martavis could be the 6th or 7th wide receiver behind Terry, Zacchaeus, Diami, Jahan, and Luke. Could be a practice size guy, 6'5". Compare prepper corners going against Mike Williams at 6'5". He could be. At the end of the preseason, don't forget we're going to do another. We'll probably do another record prediction, and then I think after the last preseason game, we'll probably do another 53 prediction and see what's left. That'll be fun. Rivers says John would be good now that we have a quarterback, but this news makes you wonder what's really going on. It does, and I go back to Dan Quinn's quote about the competition for wide receiver 2 is ongoing. Once again, there's no need to say that. Why did he say that? That's all that I'm trying to say and bring out. There was no need to say that, but he said it anyway, so whatever. It's fine. Not a big deal. Let's just move on with it. Phil Bullock says smoking weed sounds like a health issue to Steve. Hey, man, I'm all for it. Legalize it. I don't do it. I can't do it. I support it, though. Do whatever you want to do, man. I have no qualms against it. I'm all for it. I support it 100%. Legalize it. Tax it. Make it good. Taxes are bad, though. But going back to Trace McSorley. So Trace McSorley, if you don't know about Trace McSorley, now there's some history with Trace McSorley, okay? Trace McSorley is a DMV kid. He is from Ashburn, Virginia. He's from right where Commanders Park is. He grew up there. He went to Briarwoods High School in Ashburn, Virginia. He's 28 years old. He went to Briarwoods and eventually was a 3-star recruit. Went to Penn State University. He was the sixth round pick in 2019. Overall 197. Went to the Ravens for 3 years, the Cardinals for 2 years, the Patriots and then Patriots, Bears, and Steelers, all for 1 year throughout the practice squad. And then here he goes. He's here. Funny little story, I guess. Lurch from the Junkies knows is close with the McSorley family. So he was telling me they live near each other. They know where their house is. They know the families. And
talking about this story about him taking a dump or whatever, is taking a dump at their house.
Yes, he took a dump at the McSorley household when they were. He told that story on the radio.
And the shower and used their towel.
Yes, the funny part is, so Trace owns a house in Ashburn, but they rented it out because they were up in New England before and they don't have a place to live. So now they're just living with their parents until I guess they figure out what's going on. But Trace McSorley on the Washington Commanders. We can look at his stats real quick. It doesn't amount to much being in the NFL, but statistically speaking, he only has 3 seasons worth of stats, even though he's been in the league for multiple years. Here you go. So first 3 years in the league, 1 game started with Arizona. Doesn't amount to much. 48 for 93, 502 yards, 1 touchdown, 5 interceptions. So clearly a career backup, which is fine. I think the reason why they brought him in is clearly for we know Sam Hartman is injured now.
And he was also in this offensive coordinator system when he was in Arizona.
Correct. He was in Arizona in 2022. I think that was Cliff's last.
He doesn't need a lot of practice. He knows the system, and you can bring him in these preseason games.
What I don't know is he just here because Sam Hartman can't play, and you're down to Driscoll, and whether you risk playing Mariota, and if one of those guys gets hurt,
Mariota is hurt too.
He's exactly. So now you're just signing a guy. System, and you don't got to do much just to get him to play through a preseason game. I imagine Jaden will probably get a quarter, and then Driscoll will probably get a ton of snaps, and maybe McSorley gets a few, but nothing special to write home about with McSorley. But I know at Penn State he was revered and well loved and liked at Penn State from what I know just from reading online and stuff. Michael Underwood, what's up, Michael? Says Jahan would be in the slot, number 3 in the backup place kicking holder. I think there's a good chance Jahan plays better in the slot. Why they have him on the outside, I don't know. Maybe Diami ends up being on the outside and Jahan's in the slot. Maybe that's how the cards settle. It just settles with that. Terry on the outside, Jahan on the inside, Diami on the outside, and there's your top 3 right there. Who knows? As a slot receiver, I mean, you're not going to get a massive second contract, but I guess it depends how you ball out. You don't see a lot of slot receivers getting the huge deals. Or you could just retire and end up being a rapper like Cole Beasley, right?
God.
I don't know. Any thoughts on Trace McSorley at Penn State, Phil? Any thoughts on him before we move on?
I'm a Penn State guy, as people know. I am not particularly a Penn State quarterback guy. I have not loved a Penn State quarterback since Kerry Collins. I have not liked one since Wally Richardson. Trace McSorley is the closest one to I like this guy that we've had since the late 90s. He's he's a career backup, always will be. He does. I will say this: there is a consistency in how this team goes about looking at quarterbacks because they're all mobile. Trace McSorley is a guy who can run too.
I saw it when he played in Baltimore in the preseason. I actually saw that. I remember he took over after what's his face left. End up doing nothing. Christian Hackenberg. I think he took over. I didn't
hear Hackenberg either.
After him, but hey, he's a DMV guy. I like seeing local guys do well. So all good, man.
So Trace McSorley has put himself into 1% of 1% by being a backup.
Hey, if you can rock that for a career, Chase Daniel, highest paid backup in the history of the NFL, bro. Do it. Figure it out. Find a way. I think Carson Wentz is going to find a way to do it now. And Michael Underwood says the key is playing with number 1 today.
If we're going to be bringing quarterbacks back that used to play in New England, now we're talking about Tom Brady to Minnesota.
Yeah, JJ McCarthy tearing his MCL, man.
That's get Kirk Cousins back.
That's great. They feel stupid now, don't they?
I want to go get Kirk back, man. I mean, they might be able to get Heineke.
Heineke.
They might be able to get Heineke.
Oh my God!
We got a Hartman and McSorley and over here, man. You know.
No, so the Giants have their Heineke. It's Tommy DeVito. The fan base is rabid for Tommy DeVito, and everyone's like, half the people are like, no, he sucks. The other half are like, oh, he's our savior. He just doesn't.
Their fan base is booing Drew Lock for Tommy DeVito.
Yes, that's exact. It's just like this fan base when we had Taylor Heineke, man.
He does.
Some people are just, polarizing, and that's fine. I get it. It's cool. No sweat. I sweat the technique. Tia says, I don't know who the new quarterback is, so we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Jaden. Hope Jaden's that dude. Phil says, looks like we set. Yep. Like the shirt. Appreciate it, man. Get the Miami vibes, man. Tropical. We down in Fort Lauderdale having a good time. Hopefully it's a successful game. We're going to talk about the game here shortly. Just need to pull up something on the socials here. Okay, let's talk a little bit of joint practice update. So the feed coming out of Fort Lauderdale was a little bit less informative than what we saw when the team went to New York. Went to New York.
We did get the news that apparently old Jaden was lighting up the Dolphins defense in the red zone.
So we did, and what I'm going to do is just go through a couple things with the old boys from Hogs Haven. They did a pretty good recap here of just throwing everything together on one page, and we'll just scroll through and look at it, man, because they did a good job. Why not? JP Finley doesn't look like Jalen Ramsey's practicing. No pads and long pants. Kendall Fuller. He had an interception today with a caveat. I guess they had like practically hurricane come in. They had to move indoors. But Kendall Fuller's down in Miami now, so that's going to be something to watch for. Injured players. Brandon Coleman was there, and he was in pads. Jordan McGee and Johnny Newton were not there due to injuries. Brandon has the same thing. Ben Standing says, I'm watching in practice in which players get extended reps at different positions. Dominique Hampton, safety, will play in the box at times, but he's also getting linebacker work right now in front of me.
I like that guy, man.
Yeah, Dominique Hampton. I forget was he a 7th rounder?
I think
Hampton was a 6th or 7th rounder.
6th rounder, yeah.
I got the draft up here.
Yeah.
He was a 5th rounder.
5th. Oh, woe is me. Here's the D-line doing some drills. Looking beastly. I'm gonna go ahead and turn down this volume a little bit before Eminem sues us for copyright purposes. Needs week. We'll go up and down. But we're talking on topic, so maybe it's not that bad, but looks like it's hot and humid down there. If you know Florida, man, you know that shit is freaking bonkers with the humidity.
It permeates through everything.
Oh, you get swamp ass. Everything just turns sweaty.
I walked out of a house at 12:30 at night, and it was just as hot as during the day. And I was
hot as
balls.
Hot as balls. Ben says, if you get the shirt in Miami, it might be Gucci priced. Yes. I told these guys in 2002 on spring break, broke college kid. My buddy turned 21, went down to South Beach, going to Key West. I bought him a Long Island iced tea at the Hard Rock in South Beach. And this is 2002. $25, bro, for one drink. I'm like, that's your birthday present. Don't, you're getting nothing from me again, man. I'll dap you up. Happy 21st birthday. $25 for a Long Island iced tea, man. I live in Orlando. I love that shirt. Yeah, man. You can, I forget what website I got it on, but if you're on the socials, man, hit me up. I'll send you the link. The players we always picked up are fleas. Phil Bullock, I don't know what you mean by that. Oh, all fleas? I still don't know what you mean by that, bro.
I don't know. I mean, who you expected to pick up?
Yeah, I mean, cool. All the good players, there's not really a whole lot left, at least now. Greg says, "Who's winning left tackle position?" Well,
looks like Brandon Coleman right now.
We thought it was Brandon Coleman. I thought it was going to be Cornelius Lucas. That's what I thought it was going to be.
I was hoping Cornelius Lucas would beat out Andrew Wiley on the other side.
Yeah. Yep. All right.
Fuck Andrew Wiley.
I know.
Although I'm hearing he's doing all right. So.
All right, Ben, I will send you the link to the shirt. Michael, I don't know if you're on Facebook or Twitter, man. If you are, hit me up. And I will I'll send it to you. All right, let's continue on. What else we got? Commander doing some pad work in Miami. Let's go up. Before I let go. John Allen twerking. What's he doing?
Nah, this is explosion practice right there, man.
Short distance explosion. No launching with your feet.
Yeah. Learn to use your upper body.
Yeah. Look at that.
Helps you get that initial push.
Yep. I like it. So Sandra Still, man, could be one of the most underrated draft picks we have. This is from Mitch Tischler, if you know Big Mitch, offensive line guru extraordinaire, says Sandra Still might be already the best quarter on this team. Play so smart. Back-to-back plays for him. Dolphins ran a reverse. He stayed at home, got a tackle for loss. Then Tyreek ran a fake reverse, and he stayed home and forced Tua to check down. Also had a pass breakup on Tyreek in the end zone. You're not hearing a whole lot about Sandra Still, which is crazy. It's just had it seemed like he's just been like a quiet professional.
Yeah, that's what I like about him. I said he might be the best non-Jaden pick we've had in the draft. I like the way the kid plays.
Yep, can't go wrong with it.
Every time you ever hear about him, he's doing something good.
Yeah,
he does. You're not hearing him get blown up by a receiver. He's not getting dogged. Nothing. He is the dog.
That's right. Hey, do us a favor, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, please hit that thumbs up for us. Just a little tap-a-roo. That would really appreciate it. Help generate the algorithm. Get some more people in here. So if you're watching this on YouTube, which I know a lot of you are, please just hit that like button. We'd be super appreciative.
If you're not, jump on over to YouTube.
Flippity flip. Like button. Flippity flip. Flip over to YouTube from Twitter or Facebook, and give us a like, man. Give us a like.
Okay.
We appreciate it. Ben's excited for Sanders still. And Marcus said Tyler Smith's having a good camp at safety as well. That's right. I think Tyler Smith. No idea what that is. Riley Patterson just had his best period of his camp, according to Sam 48. 3 for 3, 51, 56. A Dolphins fan sitting there, man, we need that guy. It is a week to week. I was talking shit about it just a few minutes ago. I was.
Kickers, man. Kickers.
I mean, honestly, Phil, you probably could answer this question. When was the last time that we had a kicker? I mean, Joey Sly had a pretty good tenure with us, but before that.
So we went through a series of kickers who, looking back on it, were pretty good, but we would get frustrated with them at times. We went before Sly was D-Hop.
Yeah, he probably had a long tenure too. But
and before that, you had Kai Forbath.
But Hopkins' thing was it he couldn't kick out of the end zone? Was that his thing? Or he couldn't?
No, Hopkins could put it through the end zone. His thing was he would just shank field goals or points at the absolute worst time.
That's right.
Like he had the yips. Before that, you had Kai Forbath. Now Forbath,
he didn't have a strong leg.
He did not have a strong leg.
Yeah.
Right. He was money inside of 50, but outside of 50, no. And before that was Graham Gano.
Who ended up moving on to New York Giants and having a fantastic career.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then before that, you had Sean Sweezum.
That's right.
And the old that he used to do. John Hall. Hall probably.
Tonight.
And then Nick Folk. Nick Novak was in there for a little bit because of injuries.
Nick Novak.
And who was the dude that you and Rod loved?
Nick Rose.
Nick Rose,
University of Texas.
He wasn't particularly great.
No, he was only on the team for like 2 games.
But he was just
like a
crab boy
kid.
look.
He was like a 22-year-old dude. That's all he was. All right, let's move on. Tischler says John Allen just blew up Robert Jones. Would have killed Tua.
I don't know who's. I mean, John Allen, I know who that is.
Yeah, after the play, some small scuffle.
Owens, I don't know who that is.
He's been quietly mentioned a few times. After the play, small scuffle with Deron Payne and Liam Eichenberg. Nothing major. Sam Forty said it's funny to watch the two fields. On one field, the Commanders' offense and the Dolphins' defense are chilled out working. On the other field, the Commanders' defense and the Dolphins' offense are trying to beat each other up. And if you remember, after all the fights after the first joint practice, the NFL issued a statement saying, if you fight during practice, the joint practices, you're going to be held to the same discipline standards as fighting during the game. And if teams don't enforce the standard, we will enforce it for you. So I'm interested to see what happens when all this shakes out. Another tweet's getting chippy between Dolphins Commanders. Andre Jones tried to headbutt someone and his helmet came off. Then we have a big hit from Tyler Owens on tight end Durham Smith for the breakup. So here's one for you. Terry McLaurin beats Marcus May for a touchdown on a goal line throw. This rookie is good. There you go. This rookie is good. Looks like the Dolphins had an injury to Bo Bauer, linebacker. Looked like it'd be pretty bad. So if you remember, there's a bucket game. Chick Hernandez says quarterbacks in both teams playing the bucket game so far. Jaden Daniels was the only quarterback to hit it, 30 yards. Jaden's accurate, man. We showed enough of those.
When the first time they played it this offseason, it was Hartman that did that.
Yeah, that's right. So when they moved indoors, I guess there was a storm that came in. There was a pass that was tipped and caught by Marcus May for an interception. And there was another interception right here further down. 2-minute final period for Dolphins Commanders. Manuel Forbes and Jeremy Chin each had a pass breakup. So Forbes, good news on Forbes. Kendall Fuller had an INT. Chick said joint practice went indoors, and it with Terry McLaurin slipping on the route. And Kendall Fuller got the interception, and he bowed to the Commander's sideline. Kendall was usually a pretty humble guy. Maybe it was just a nice little jab. He was seen chopping it up with Jeremy Reeves and some of the other guys. But always got love for Kendall Fuller. And then here's the context on Jaden Daniels' interceptions. Cole Turner got hit from behind, and after he caught the pass, the ball popped up, and the DB caught it. And then Terry McLaurin slipped like we just said.
So the point being is that it wasn't necessarily Jaden being inaccurate.
Correct. This is the tweet I wanted to get to from David Harrison. Shout out to David Harrison. Locked on Commanders. I believe he works that with old Chris Russell, the Rooster. It says Jaden Daniels completed 5-6 red zone passes in the first teams against the Dolphins, 4 for touchdowns. First one was the Terry, ran a dig in the middle of his end zone, beating Kendall Fuller in the process. So, yes, another guy goes on to say Jaden Daniels lighting up the Dolphins in the red zone. 5 touchdowns, bro. That's what you want to see. And then Trace McSorley working with Martavis Bryant after practice. So they're trying to get it, man. They are working hard, trying to get back into the fold, both of them. So that's the joint practice update, man. What are we? Samerstow against Hill in the end zone. That's what I'm talking about. Samerstow. Yeah, Dre, that's it. There is one tweet I want to show that has what we were talking about. So it's a video of Jaden throwing the ball to where did it go? Terry. All right, here we go. Got it. Give me 1 second, and I'll put it right up for y'all. This is the Jaden to Terry. Doing the damn thing right here. Let's go. Always good to see it. And then Jaden just throws a beautiful pass, man. The ball just comes out so nicely. There you go. But what I like about this play is look right here. So look when Jaden throws it. Terry is not even out of his break yet. See?
He anticipates the break.
Yes. So he essentially, you could argue he threw him open. Look, the ball is already out and Terry's head's turned. We don't see that from our quarterbacks a lot. So to see that from Jaden is pretty nice, man. I'm not going to lie. It's actually very refreshing and good to see. So any other thoughts on the joint practices, fellas?
Sounds good. No injuries. Good, solid reports against a team that's admittedly one of the better teams in the AFC. That's 2 times in a row that our guys who are going to play have held their own against teams that are seen as more talented.
Yeah, for sure.
Sly just kicked the field goal.
Where is he at? New England?
New England, yeah.
Oh, snap.
That's just kicked the field goal.
I didn't know that. So real quick, let's take a look at the depth chart for Miami so we can see. So with the new preseason structure, it's safe to say that the second game is the tune-up game for the starter. So most teams didn't play their starters in the first game. I don't know what the ratio was, but a lot of people I watched didn't play their starters at all. I know Philadelphia didn't play any starters because Mini Mitten Pickett started. But the second game is a tune-up. So we don't know how many series or plays they're going to get. But let's take a look at the Dolphins depth chart here very quickly just to see who potentially they could be going up against, and then we'll go into matchups, and then we'll see what happens from there. So hold on. Oh, my bad. All right. So at the wide receiver position, they got Tyreek, Braxton Berrios, Willie Snead, Braylon Sanders, and someone else who probably doesn't matter. Left tackle, Terran Armstead, who's stout. Robert Jones at guard, Aaron Brewer at center, Liam Eichenberg, who got into that scuffle earlier, right guard, Austin Jackson right tackle, Durham Smith, who I have no idea who that is. Jonnu Smith, I know who he is. He's a veteran tight end. Fullback Alec Ingold. The Dolphins have a fullback? Good for them if that's the case, man. All for it. Now their running back tandem is pretty sick. Get the fantasy pickup for either one of these guys, Mostert or Devon Achane. They are fantasy monsters, man. They were just putting up all kinds of yardage. Jeff Wilson, another guy who wasn't he on the 49ers before? I can't remember. But either way, and then 2 at quarterback, Mike White, Skylar Thompson. On the other side, opposite of Tyreek, you got Jalen Waddle, River Carcraft, Anthony Schwartz, Eric Ezukanma, and then all these other people. I think I missed some from the top. No, I didn't. Okay, so that's the offensive side. Defensive side, tackle, you got Zach Sealer, Benito Jones, Calais Campbell, Jalen Phillips, David Long, Jordan Brooks, Emmanuel Ogbah, good linebacker, Jalen Ramsey, who everyone knows, and Kendall Fuller. So that looks like a pretty stout cornerback 1 and 2. And then Jordan Poyer came over from the Bills on safety, so he's pretty stout too. Kicker, don't know who Jason Sanders is. Jake Bailey's good kicker. Yeah, that's about it for the depth chart. So with that being said, gentlemen, 2023 Dolphins, man. I have a coworker who's a diehard Dolphins fan, and he loves Tua. Yeah, I know. He's upset that it took him that long to sign it. Because remember, Tua just got his deal like a couple of weeks ago. They didn't have faith in him. But what kind of Dolphins team do you think we're going to see on Saturday, Dev?
Fast one.
Yeah.
Got a fast, you know what?
Remember, they just put Tyreek as the number 1 NFL top 100 number 1 player amongst everyone's disagree with Patrick Mahomes should have been number 1. But old Cheetah was excited, man. He became the number 1 person in the top NFL 100. Michael says, y'all better put Ertz, Jaden, and B-Rob in your fantasy team. Bro, I try not to put a lot of hometown people on my team because I don't want to be a homer, and it just sets you up for it's tough, man. I separate fantasy from reality. It's hard to put. It's hard. But who knows? Maybe this year maybe this year is different with a real quarterback. I don't know. Ben says the fantasy strategy for me this year is to grab Jalen in the 5th or 6th round. Everybody will sleep on this guy.
Not going to be there.
I think he'll be gone way quicker.
Yeah, quarterbacks are going to hire, man, that can run, dog. Like you,
there you go.
If a quarterback gets about 500 rushing yards, he's probably the top 3 or 4 fantasy player.
Yeah.
If he's a guy that starts all the games and gets about 500 rushing yards on top of it,
yeah,
he's
man,
gonna be a top 5 fantasy player all around, dog. So like
if he stays healthy, watch out.
Yeah, like that's why like you want to get a guy like Josh Allen, man, because he throws for 4,000 and runs for about 5.
Yeah. Did you just hold on? Did you just give Josh Allen a compliment?
Yeah, I like Josh Allen, man. I don't like it better than the other guy, but I like it. I didn't even say his name because I want to draft him.
And just for the record, our Washington Football Addicts draft is going to be in 2 weeks. It's going to be not next Thursday, but the following Thursday, which I believe is the 29th. So all the preseason games will be done. So in lieu of a podcast that Thursday, we'll do a draft for our podcast. We're going to live stream our fantasy football draft for the Washington Football Addicts Facebook group. That will be the podcast for that Thursday. So should be fun. The draft will start at 8:45. The podcast will start on time. By on time, I mean it'll start when it starts. But the draft will be at 8:45. Dre says Miami has Jeff Wilson Jr. on the 4th on depth chart. Wow. Yeah, man. That's right. Secondary. He says when Jeff Wilson's 4th on the depth chart. Wow. Yeah. It's a good problem to have. Yeah. Ryan says B-Rob and Austin should be a fun tandem this year. Hope they stay healthy. Yeah, man, for sure. For sure.
More carries or more touches a game?
I think B-Rob does. Personally, I don't know about Phil, but I think
B-Rob gets more carries, but Austin Eckler just has sheer receptions. Oh, then I don't know because B-Rob can catch the ball too, but who knows? I think B-Rob probably has more rushes.
Yeah,
he gets more running attempts.
Now, to caveat on what Phil said, I think Eckler, will probably have more impact plays. Just because he's shifty, he's a third down back. He's going to make third down conversions.
But B-Rob showed some stuff last year, and I'm like,
yeah,
this kid's more than just a power back.
Yep. Ben said, will it start if Dev isn't there for the draft? The draft will start with or without Dev. That's ESPN. That shit's starting with or without Dev.
Game of Thrones.
Last
year I missed this Game of Thrones.
Made the mistake of having a draft on a Sunday night when it was a House of the Dragon.
Yeah, the first episode.
On a Sunday night, but I was recording it, so to me it didn't matter.
I forgot. I was watching Game of Thrones. I was trying to say who you drafted. Like, oh shit!
So every time you miss this podcast, you're always with Shotguns. Shotguns is a bad influence on you, man. Maybe that's what it is.
Shaw was in the draft. I wasn't. He hit me up and asked who you drafted, and I was like, oh shit, we got drafted. I thought it was...
That's right. Cody says, protect Sanderson at all costs. Give him a lifetime Washington deal, man. If he's legit. We just found our Kendall Fuller replacement. If he could be great here forever, holy smokes.
Shit, if he's great, he's a Kendall Fuller upgrade.
Second round pick, man. Second round pick.
Kendall Fuller, man.
Yeah. We could have. All right. Any matchups you guys want to see for the game on Saturday? By the way, which the game is at 7 p.m. on Saturday night in Miami. Any particular matchup you're looking to see? What's your expectations? What's your vibe for Saturday night?
It is okay. So I want to see line versus line, our offensive line versus their defensive line.
Yep.
I want to see San Francisco against whoever, especially Tyreek Hill. If Tyreek's go as hard in practice as he does in game, and San Francisco's going to play him the way he is in practice, I'd love to see what he does in the game.
Sure.
And I want to see what Jaden does with a more significant load of plays. Let's see, if the good vibes from the one drive last week and from practice this week carry over into a game. Because if he goes out there and plays, Drake May played a half, right?
Yeah. Yep.
If he goes out there and plays a half, and he puts up 17 points or something like that, and he's out there and he throws, he goes like, I don't know, 10 of 14 for 160 yards and a touchdown. And he runs for about 30 or 40 yards. Man, this fan base is just going to explode with excitement if he has a good game. And I think that it's good for the fan base to see, everybody got excited off of 3 passes, right?
Yeah.
one drive. Let's see what happens if he can do that over a course of a half. This fan base is just gonna be just shooting, anti-aircraft missiles from their crotches.
Clip that. Anti-aircraft missiles from their crotches. I think that's
just truck stick somebody. That's gonna be a Sports Center.
Oh, Joe Milton.
Yeah, he just truck stick somebody and got up and flexed on him.
Oh,
Got up and did after it was over.
He's a big boy, man. He's like
like a defensive end or some shit too.
He's like Cam. He's like Cam.
If
Cam Newton.
Jaden has a great one half,
yeah,
there are going to be babies conceived in the DMV.
Oh yeah,
Saturday night.
Of course they will.
There's gonna be a lot of dudes at halftime taking their wives and their girlfriends to the bedroom, like Jaden's the man.
Dre says, could we rush for 2 though as a team? B-Rob, Jaden Eckler, and or Wiley, Nicholson, Rodriguez. That's 6 running backs. That's too many. I think they keep 4 tops. 3. 3 even. I would say 3 is not a bad either, man. You could go with 3. Someone's not making the cut, but the practice squad's 19 folks, so 18 plus 1 international player. So you could stash those guys on a practice squad. But who would you stash? I mean, McNicholson. I'd probably keep Wiley over McNicholson. I think Rodriguez's time is just over. I think his time has passed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I know, but
there's just too much in front of him.
Yeah. Ben says, what about Washington defense on fantasy? I don't know, Ben. I wouldn't take the chance personally. I mean, if you want to do it sure, I wouldn't do it.
Offense looks good. Go defense and special teams because hey, we could be getting some field goals.
Yeah.
Or not field goals, but we could be, getting some kick returns too. Field goals we count towards the kicker. What the hell am I talking about? No, but the special teams, our coverage units are pretty good. They have been. And our kick return game, I like the guys back there. I don't love them, but I do like them.
Yeah, and Phil brings up a good point. With all of the new changes in the kick return rules, because it's defense, special teams, right? That's a whole new added dynamic for fantasy that people aren't even thinking about yet. I know I'm not thinking about it yet. I don't know enough about it to know this return is going to be great because
I need to win this league again.
Returns are a thing now, so
I was the inaugural champion. I need to reclaim my throne.
Yes, I'm the commissioner, and I've never placed. Michael Underwood says Jaden will have more rushing yards than the running backs. Don't say that, dude. I don't need him.
That may not be a bad thing, considering the fact that the running backs, are going to be playing by committee in a preseason game.
Yeah,
Jaden rips off 1 or 2 big runs.
Yeah,
so that's not necessarily a bad thing. It depends on how that's achieved. If it's achieved because he runs for 18 yards and no one else gets past 16, that's a problem.
Also says Allen and Payne double digit sacks because they will have rotation. You'll have Johnny Newton coming through on the rotation. You'll have
Ridgeway, maybe Mathis,
Obata if he's healthy.
I like the guys on the outside that we've got. Yeah. I do like Dorrance Armstrong. I like Dante Fowler in a rotational role. I like Lee Farrell.
Do you like Jamin Davis as a pass rusher? I don't think we know yet, but that's something to keep out.
I think it's enough to draw teams' attention.
Yeah. Dre wants to see Jaden against the Miami defense and our secondary against their wide receiver. That's right. I wouldn't mind that. Dev, what are you looking forward to seeing on Saturday, man? What kind of matchups you want to see? Anyone in particular? What are you looking to see on Saturday down in Miami?
Dre knows. Dre right there told you what's going to happen with Jaden in the big game.
I want to see Jamie Davis line up as an edge rusher. I want to see Sam Russell. Obviously, I want to see Forbes, see what he has to go. Because isn't he competing with Juice? I guess is that his competition?
I mean,
I don't think Davis played preseason game.
I think St. Juice is cornerback 2.
Right, he's 2. Sam Russell's the slot. And,
I think Sam Russell's cornerback 1.
I think he's a slot.
You think Sam Russell's a slot?
He only plays inside. He only plays inside. I mean, but
But if he's chasing Tyreek, if he's shadowing,
Nickel is the base.
yeah,
Tyreek's the inside receiver. He's a slot
yeah,
receiver.
it's true.
Yeah, I think that Eric Davis is the other corner.
Yeah,
So I'm just trying to figure out. I don't think Davis has played, right?
no, I don't think he has.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go.
I haven't seen him.
I want to see our corners play and see. I mean, I don't care who they're playing against, as long as they're sound.
Yep.
That's about. Obviously, I want to see Daniels get some early completions to get the fuck out of Dodge. Like sit down, man.
Dude.
Yeah, just make one or two splashy plays and get out of there, man.
Get on out of there. That's right.
If you score or whatever, throw a nice bomb, run for about 20 yards, get the fuck out, man.
See ya. Yep. Ryan says if Austin gets used like J.D. McKissick that one year, he caught 80 passes. Would love to see it. Yeah, but you're taking time from B-Rob, who can also catch passes. So you know what?
He's like a 48 catch.
This is a good problem to have. That's all I'm saying. Eckler, I don't know how they're going to split time. Really cool if you see them line up together. If Cliff can make that happen, line them both up in the backfield. And the confusion that would call, because that's an instant mismatch on linebackers with those two in the backfield for sure. So I don't know, man. Ben says, I trust Dan Quinn and Witt on defense more than I trust Kingsbury's offense. Is that wrong? That's not wrong, because Joe Witt and Dan Quinn's defense it was proven in Dallas. We've seen the results. Cliff Kingsbury's offense in Arizona was never necessarily successful. So you have a valid point. But then again, he was working with Kyler. He had an aging Larry Fitzgerald. You had DeAndre Hopkins for a couple years. You had an injured Zach Ertz. You had a James Conner who was pretty good. I'm trying to think who else Arizona had at the time. I can't remember. You had a Christian Kirk for a year, maybe two, before he went to Jacksonville. So, yes, Ben, I agree. That's a valid statement, but I would like to say hopefully that flips this year, but you never know, man. You never know. Ryan wants to see Terry up against Fuller and Sam are still on Cheetah. One more seam route in their secondary. Yeah, man. Yeah, so for me, like Gronk. Give me more Sennett. Give me more Ben Sennett. That's who I want to see. And I really want to see Jaden play a full quarter. Give me the starters for a full quarter.
Give me a half.
Ooh, Phil. So
it goes. Drake May got a half,
but Jacoby Brissett got a full first quarter. He started.
Did he start? Never mind. I thought Drake May started.
May played the second and third.
He did. Yeah, Jacoby Brissett played awful. By the way, Jacoby Brissett played awful. He was like 7 for 17. Shout out to Jacoby, Mr. Brisket. But yeah, give me a full quarter at a minimum. If you play more, fine. But I at least get a quarter. The problem is, if you haven't paid attention, lots of injuries in the NFL. J.J. McCarthy tore his MCL. Jordan Addison got hurt. The Vikings just took a beating this week with injuries, man. A beating. And so people are now like, do we not play starters anymore? Like it's coming down to like people are getting scared. So I don't know what's going to happen. The dynamic of the 3-game preseason just continues to change of how we approach it. 4 games was easy. Starters don't play the first one. Starters play a little bit of the second one. They play half of the third one. And then the 4th game, nobody plays. Now with 3, I don't know how they approach it anymore, man. I really have no idea. No idea. Ben says, draft Washington defense for the draft. No, man, that's all you. I'm not touching it with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, if you're in Molly, please draft Washington's defense.
Yeah, right. I said Brissett had a pick. Yeah, he didn't play well, man. Pats just lost 2, played this game for knee injury. See, that's what I'm saying, man. It's like these people are getting injured, and I don't know, man. But yes, I want to see Sennett. I want to see Jaden, and I do continue to want to see Jamin Davis, man. I want to see Jamin Davis as a pass rusher. I want to see how that looks. And actually, the edge rushers in general, because Dorrance Armstrong and Cleveland Farrell and Jamin Davis, I have no idea what that's going to look like. I have no idea. I think Jamin's going to be a spot player. Well,
he's listed as a starting strong side linebacker. He's listed as starting there. I know we don't really run through a linebacker sets a lot. I guess on passing situations, it could be him and Luva on the edge. perhaps, or Dorrance and Lou on the edge.
Yeah, and you make a good point. I don't know how are they going to play the defensive ends with the outside linebackers? Because in the 4-3, but in the nickel, it's a weird hybrid sort of formation.
It seems that they're keeping the same, like the big nickel.
Yeah,
like we had the Buffalo nickel, where they had basically your best edge rushers out there with Allen and Payne, and then I guess that what's the name would be playing middle linebacker. Your boy Wagner, and then the other linebacker spot be occupied by Chin. Is that how you think it's going to be, Phil?
got to plug back in. All right, Dre. You know what? If he does, man, Trey. I was wondering if I should like fake tape. I'm never getting rid of this jersey. Dude. This is a jersey I'm keeping forever. Trust me. I hope he makes another tackle. Actually, no. I hope he doesn't make another tackle. Special teams do your job.
All I gotta say is, I don't want to hear he's just a punter.
Never.
I remember the disrespect.
Never.
Don't you be saying that, because everybody who's, oh my God, Trish, look at the tackle he made. And I'm like, the same people are like, he's just a punter. We don't need his bum ass. He can be cut from this team, and we can go get another punter. We gotta give that number 5 to Jaden. Tired of it.
Yeah.
Y'all disrespected that man a little too hard because you wanted Jaden to get that 5.
I mean,
that was y'all owe him. All this fan base, a big chunk of this fan base owes Tressway a million apologies and probably their firstborn children.
Yeah, he was getting that 5 anyways. I think we just made it. A lot of when I say we, the proverbial we, the fans just made it worse.
We being the people that I have to associate as a fan of this team, unfortunately.
Tress is a Redskins legend. Tress is a leader. That's right. Ben says Ben Harlow or Davis didn't get drafted to be a bitch, a bigoted bitch. I think he will be in unique packages. Hope so, man. What do we say? Michael Parsons light?
Take it.
But anyways, back to Phil's previous statement.
And knowing is half the battle.
That's right. Okay, I think we're going to transition out of here, and let's end the note on some positivity. So tell us what's good in your life, everyone who's still with us on the stream, man. What's the positive stuff? We got a game coming up Saturday, 7 p.m. We'll have here off camera. We'll figure out the live thread going in the Facebook group. We'll see, man, because I'm going to be home watching the game. I'll have time. If we think we could do a YouTube live stream, if you guys would like that, we could make the YouTube live stream the live thread in the Facebook group. I don't know, man. We'll figure it out. But always open to suggestions. Ryan says, a baby back ribs, bitch. A baby back bitch. That's Phil's statement, I believe. He said something about someone being a baby back bitch last year. Do you remember what it was? What was that, dude?
I think, who did I call a baby?
I don't know. You called someone a baby back
Mark
bitch.
Andrews. I called Mark Andrews a baby back bitch.
Because he slammed
What's his face? Yeah.
our guy during the joint practices last year. Yeah, baby back bitch.
He just picked up Forbes and just slammed him from behind, like, for no reason. I called him a baby back bitch.
Yeah, Dre, our last 4 first-round picks, Chase, 13, Davis, Jahan Forbes. Ron Rivera, man, in his first-round picks, it just didn't work out, dude. It just wasn't a thing.
It's so far.
Well, I mean, Chase is gone. Jahan, I mean, not Jahan.
Jury's out on Jahan. Jury's out on Forbes.
Jamin is on. Jamin is not looking good. Forbes, we don't know, and Jahan, we don't know. So, I don't know, man. Still, I was trying to go back and look at Jay Gruden's first round picks, but back then Jay Gruden had no say in picks. That was Bruce Allen and Dan Snyder. So remember when Ron Rivera was a coach-centric organization. So you had the Martys, you had Ron, you had Eric Stokes, and they were kind of given free will to do stuff. So the blame is on them. With this new regime, it's Adam Peters and a competent crew. So if none of the first round picks from this point forward move out, then we can only blame them. We can't blame Josh Harris. That's for damn sure. So I don't know, man. Ryan says, hey, If you have someone drop in your fantasy, I'm here, my guys. I will. I'm going to send a message out tomorrow. I think we're full up still. We're at a 12 max at a 12-person league, but I'll let you know. We'll give you first right of refusal, Ryan, for sure.
I haven't signed in yet to the thing because it's
I just scheduled the draft for 2 weeks from Thursday. I got to put out the payment information. If we stick with $40 still, I think we'll probably do that. We'll see. Doesn't matter. I'm probably not winning anyway, so that's probably that's on you guys to win. Apparently, I don't win fantasy football leagues.
I like doing the weekly ones. I was winning in those sometimes.
Yeah, we could never get enough interest to do that from here.
If y'all want to make that like just another one that we could do with the fans here, or if you guys want to join it, we'll do a weekly
on FanDuel.
Yeah. And you can just first ones who want to pay.
Dev's into all that. I'm not. I love me my own full season fantasy.
We just do the Redskins games, We just do the Redskins games.
Yeah,
for the most part. It's pretty cool. Or Commanders games. Sorry.
Dre said, just chilling with the Grands at the pool this weekend. I got to get in before school starts. We got 2 weeks before the pool. We got 2 weeks before the pool closes, man. Labor Day's coming up.
What day is Labor Day on?
That last week of August.
Labor Day is always on a Monday, Dev.
Yeah. I think I'll be down at Anacostia Park Saturday most of the day.
September.
Ben says, my son is a top 10 runner at his high school for cross country. His school is ranked top 10 in the nation, number 3 in the region, and number 1 in Alabama.
And number 1 in our hearts.
Is that Greenbow, Alabama?
And number 1 in our hearts.
Would your son's name be Forrest?
That's awesome, Ben.
Is your son's name Forrest, Ben?
That's awesome. Did you retire out of Fort Rucker, Ben? I think you did, but I wasn't sure. Either way, that's awesome, man. That's great news. This is about what's good in your life, right? We talk about positivity in people's lives. I don't have anything personal to share right now. Never Phil, I don't know if you guys have any positive stuff, but
I already went over last weekend. This weekend is
hard to beat last weekend for you.
Last weekend was positive. This weekend is going to be just a date night, a bro night, a chill weekend. Because next weekend, I'm going to be in Philadelphia. The following weekend, I've got a family reunion. I think I got something else going on that weekend too. And, after that, we got football season started, and I know I got tickets to go to HF Festival.
Yeah.
We got, in October, we've got the Commandthispod Park. Link coming soon, people. Start saving your ducats.
Yeah, so quick plug, soft opening on that one. We are partnering with the Washington Commanders, and we're going to do a Commandthispod at the Park October 20th, Sunday, Carolina Panthers. We will be able to get you discounted tickets, and we will all sit together up in the club.
Big time discount, by the way. Holy God, we saw this. We're like,
up in the club section. We'll be sitting together. There'll be 2 sections to choose from. Hopefully, you sit where we're sitting. But the rates will be extremely discounted from what they normally are, where you buy them on SeatGeek and stuff. So
huge discount. Huge.
We will have a link for everyone to click on to go get tickets for the Commandthispod at the Park. We'll be tailgating with Command Corner Tailgate, Red Zone 11, and Command Corner Tailgate in the Red Zone lot. So we would love for you all to go party with us October 20th against the Panthers. Come tailgate with us. We'll have all kinds of food and fun. But that'll be us coming to the game, and in appreciation for you guys, we were able to organize some discounted tickets with team.
So this man will be cooking, and this man will be drinking, and this man will be smoking.
Yes, 20th of October, Ben. That's right. That's the Sunday, the Panthers game. So it'll be the Panthers game. Don't quote me on what week it is, but that's our day. And more details to follow. We'll have a link for everyone to go to.
Ryan Elias, I'm going to say it again. October 20th, it's the Panthers game.
Yes, but Ryan, I will be going to the Giants game. So if you're going to be there, we can meet up, and be more happy to host you in the tailgate if you want to, man. So we'll do that.
But y'all got to do this. This is the first time. This is the first time actually that Steve, Deb, and myself will be in the same place at the same time. I've met these dudes separately. We have not had the opportunity to break bread together.
That's right.
There will be some bread breaking.
Not a one.
Is that the
Be some
design of
shot
women's
taking,
mannequin
and there will
glasses?
be some.
Yes, for mannequin. The glasses for mannequin. I can never wear them because I always have a green screen behind me, so it shows up like this eye doesn't even exist. It's kind of weird when I wear these behind a green screen. I don't have a green screen tonight, so. But yes,
Tia said she's going to get the Giants game. Tia should come back for the Panthers game and join us.
Ryan said, small wins, put a TV in my garage, currently escaped the fan for some football, peace and quiet. I salute you because I don't have a garage yet. That's awesome. That's good stuff. Little wins, man. I'm telling you, it's the little wins.
I basically have a garage. I basically don't have one. That thing is like packed. It's got like beer. It's got like gallon. It's got a gallon of bourbon in there in the middle.
Yes.
It's got a bunch of crazy stuff, man.
All right.
Not a gallon of
So
barrel.
Tia, you got to come to the tailgate for the Giants game. So it'll be in the red zone lot, the far corner. It'll be plenty of stuff on the social media. So I'll see you there. I would love to have you there.
And let's say this, the tailgates, when we do it up big, there's very few things in this world that are more fun than a Commanders tailgate. Really is. We do have, like, when you get in red zone lot, just some of the most fun you can have is hanging out with not just us, but all these other content creators and all these other social media personalities with this fan base are there. Command Corner sets up. Rio's going to be there. I know y'all watch Rio. Y'all love Rio. Corey Sanchez might be there. Who knows? Because he might come up from Southwest Virginia.
Yeah, they'll be there. They'll be there.
Oh, will they?
Deuce and everyone.
We'll make sure they're there.
Yeah.
But anyway,
their season ticket holders will be there.
Oh, are they? Okay.
Yeah.
If y'all are on Twitter, y'all know LJ, Mad Hatter, she'll be there. Hog farmers are always there. It's a great time. It is a great time to have. Get there early. Stay till it's time to go in. Get yourself some food. Get yourself some drinks. It's too expensive inside the stadium. Yeah. And enjoy yourself. We want to meet y'all in person, right? It's all family. I know some people in this chat, Samuel, I have all, will yell at and scream at. But you know what? On Sunday, we're all rocking the burgundy and gold. It's all love. It's all a good time. Plus, Steve's a hell of a grill guy.
That's right. Charitable too.
I mean, I'll do shots with whomever. My liver is cast iron. Okay, I will be doing shots, drinking beers and seltzers and whatever else we got.
Orange crushes and someone will bring a handle of Jack, and then it just gets stupid. And Command Corner tailgate
it was Johnny Walker last time.
Command Corner tailgate gives out free shots anyways, so we'll park right next to them.
Oh hell! Look at this! Look at this!
Dre said, "I went up to New York City." Yeah, Cody will be there. I went up to New York City for last year. It's get back time, fellas. I might pull up at the stadium. Do it.
Ben Harlow's going to try to work this out. Cody's going to be there.
That's what I'm talking about, Cody. That's what I'm talking about.
Way out west.
It'll be a family affair. Family affair. Got to be able to watch the game. Yes, that's true. You need to be able to watch the game.
You can watch it. You may not remember all of it, but you can watch it.
I'm telling you, when I retire, and then when I hang it up, my kids are
retire.
It's
not like retire.
No. My goal is to follow the team to every away game with an RV for 1 year. That's the goal. Madden. Yeah, dude. I'm telling you. I don't know when that's going to be. Probably 15 years from now. But that's the goal, dude. That's the goal. 15 years.
That's a lot of gas.
Trying to do it. Hey, you know what? That's why you work hard now.
Get your electric car.
That's right. All right.
I'm going to watch Alien Covenant tomorrow.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about it, man. Yeah, should be a good one.
Ridley Scott, baby.
Should be a good one. All right, guys, we're going to get on out of here. Thank you so much. Make sure to hit that like button if you're watching this on YouTube. If you're watching from Twitter, thank you. Please flip over to YouTube and hit that like for us. Same with Facebook. We'll be back definitely Monday for post game. We'll see what we do for Saturday, but to be determined. But thank you so much, so much for watching and kicking it with us. We really, really, really appreciate each and every one of you. We love you guys. You guys are what makes this fun. If we were just talking to each other, What fun would that be? So that's why we do the live stream. We are primarily a live streaming channel. A lot of people do offline videos. We love the live stream action because we like to interact with everyone. Like, this isn't just about us. This is about everyone. So we love hearing everybody's input. So thank you so much. Love each and every one of you. Salute to you guys. And we'll catch you guys on Monday for sure. Maybe Saturday. We'll see what happens. Okay. With that being said, we're going to get on out of here. As always, peace and hail. We out.